Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and that's Dialogue. We'll be talking about carers' role here in the UK. What are they? Yes, everybody will believe or agree with me that it's not going to be a good thing packing your load one day and relocate abroad, all for you to realize that you don't even know the role expected or required of you as a worker. So, if you are coming here as a carer, what are the things that an organization is expecting of you? What are the things you have to do? In our today's video, we'll be discussing it one after the other. So, what are your role as a carer? First of all, in order to make this thing look more clearer to you, in order to make you understand it in a perfect picture, let's use an illustration. Yes, imagine yourself having an aging parent. I know you're already criticizing me for that. Please don't criticize me. Yes, for the sake of this video, just imagine it. I'm not saying you are having an aging parent. I'm not saying your parents are of age and all that. But believe me, one day or the other, either you, your parent, or anyone closer to you will become old. So just imagine it that you have an aging parent in your thought, in your mind, that you have an aging parent who needs someone that might care for him or her. Now imagine it once again that this aging parent cannot do anything. They cannot walk, they cannot even cook for themselves. They are so old that they cannot even do anything on their own. So now imagine that you want to employ someone that will take care of them. So what are the things you think personally the person will be doing for such an aging parent? Probably your thought might be, first, the person will be cooking for them. Yes, you are right if that is what you are thinking of. Yes, as a carer, one of your duty or your role is to cook or prepare the meal which the residents will be eating. So it is your responsibility to prepare meal for the patient. Of course, you might also be thinking that if I employ carer for my aging parent, it is also the responsibility to clean their house. Yes, it is also your responsibility as a carer to make sure that perhaps the bed which the resident or the patient is sleeping on is tidied up. It is not dirty. You lay the bed. And also you might also be thinking that it is also the responsibility of the person whom you employ to bathe for your parent, to clean the body. And also, believe me, it is your responsibility here in the UK as a carer to bathe for the resident, to bathe for the patient. So in a nutshell, it is the responsibility of a carer to prepare meal or to cook for the patient. It is also the responsibility to bathe for the patient, most especially those who cannot even walk on their own, who cannot go to the toilet or to the bedroom to clean up their body again. So it is your responsibility as a carer to bathe for them. It is also your responsibility as a carer to change their clothes. You change their clothes, but you subject them to their own opinion by showing them the clothes. Which one will you like? Is it this? Is it that? Will you like this clothes? You allow them to make the decision. Don't always be choosy. Don't choose for them. So it is your responsibility to change their clothes. Nevertheless, they have the responsibility of deciding what type of clothes they want to wear. So, and finally, it is your responsibility to change their diapers. Yes, some of them poo on their body, they cannot clean it, so it is the responsibility of the carer to change their diapers. I know what is coming through your mind now is that, why will I leave my country to the UK and be working as a carer and be changing someone's diapers? Oh, disgusting. Don't think that way. You have so many reasons why to come to the UK as a carer. First of all, changing of someone's diapers. You are being paid for it. So when you are being paid for the services, then what is the essence? I can do any work so far I'm not stealing. And so far they will be paying me for it. I can do any work. And not only that, not that they are only paying you for it, you know that as a nurse, it is your responsibility to take care of someone. And when we talk of taking care of someone, you agree with me that it is not limited to buying things. You can just talk of care in general. It also include changing of someone diapers. You will believe or agree with me that one way or the other, you've done it in your country that you are right now. So if you have a patient who poo on his or her body, want you to do clean it up for the patient. So it is the same thing. And not only that, when you become old, knowing that you will become old one day, you feel fulfilled that I'm helping someone, I'm expecting someone to help me when I become old and I cannot no longer do what I'm able to do now for myself. So you know that someone will take care of you too by the time you are getting old. And to cap it all, then you know that you've helped life. You help someone to achieve maximum life. You help someone to reach his or her goal by saving his life or her life. So that thing, I think it makes someone fulfilling, that encourage someone to do such work. So don't look down of the work that because you'll be changing someone that pass, I cannot come to the UK, I cannot do that, cannot do this, I cannot do that. So don't do that, please. You can come. The most important thing is even the fact that you are being paid for it. So when you are being paid, you know that the services is not for free. So it is a good thing to come for. And believe me, you will enjoy doing it once you've built your interest and passion on the line. So, having talked about the requirements or what you are to do as a carer, now what are the things that the organization is expecting of senior carer? Yes, who are the senior carer? Senior carer, sometimes also known as the team leader, they have added responsibility to the care assistant. Yes, in this regard, senior carer monitor the affair of the care assistant. They are the one who will check whether the carer are doing their work diligently or they are not being lazy, they are not hiding for work and all that. So it is the responsibility of the senior carer to do that. And not only that, all the things I've listed before that carer are doing, it is also work of the senior carer. So it doesn't mean that because you are a senior carer, you cannot change someone diapers, you cannot bathe for someone, you cannot cook for the person, the resident. No, it is part of your responsibility, but with added advantage. As a senior carer, the organization know that you are a nurse, where you are coming from, you already have the experience. It's only that you've not been registered yet on the NMC UK database. So they know that you know it, you can do it, but since you have not been registered, they limit you to certain things that you cannot do because they did not trust you yet. So as a senior carer, it is your responsibility to monitor whether the carer or the care assistant are doing their work diligently. It is also part of the senior carer's work to give medication. Yes, you can give medication as a senior carer. Believe me, some organization might say no, you cannot give medication. But the truth is that because UK currently are running on the shortage of carers, so no wonder they even put it on the shortage list. So you agree with me that they are running on shortage list of carers. So because of that, there are some things that you are not even supposed to do as a senior carer. Some organization will be pushing to you to do it because they want it to be balanced. They want to cover up, to take care of every resident, to make sure that everything is well catered for. So as a senior carer, you can give medications, and also as a senior carer, you can treat some wound, although it is not all wound that you can do the dressings. There are some complicated ones, and it is not even limited to senior carer alone. Even there are some complicated wounds that when the nurses are to be to dress it, you even have to call some other nurse to come and be with you so that you like rub ideas together, so that at the end of the day you won't do any mistake, you won't have issue with your PIN or your license. So because of that, there are some wounds that senior carer cannot dress. But believe me, the vast majority of the wound, as a senior carer, you can do the dressing. Not only that, as a senior carer, you can also do the vital sign of a patient. Yes, you can do the vital sign, you can check the pulse, you can do the BP, and so on. So these are the responsibility of a senior carer as well as the responsibility of a carer. In a nutshell, let's just summarize everything I've been saying since morning. So as a carer, you have the responsibility of 1, cooking for the patient, 2, bathing for the patient, 3, cleaning the patient's room, perhaps the bed, laying of the bed, 4, changing the patient's clothes, but you also subject his or her own decision by saying, this is the cloth I want to wear. And please, when you are asking patient questions, make sure that these questions are questions like yes or no. Don't subject them to something they will be thinking about. Yes, it is very important, most especially when it comes to patients with dementia. They easily forget things. So try for as much as possible to ask them question of yes or no. So it is your responsibility to change their clothes, to change their diapers, and to bathe for them. These are the responsibility of the carer. Whereas the responsibility of the senior carer is to, number 1, all the things that I've listed for carer. It is also part of the work of senior carer. So that's number 1. Then secondly, it is an added advantage for the senior carer to also take care of the affair of the carer. So they are to monitor what the carer are doing. Are they doing it well? That is why they are also called team leader. So they are to monitor them, and if they notice there is something they are not doing well, it is the responsibility of the senior carer to report to the nurse on duty. So it is also the responsibility of the senior carer sometimes to give medication, so they can serve medication as a senior carer. Not only that, as a senior carer, you can also treat or dress wounds. So you can dress wounds, you can serve medication, you have to monitor the affair of the carer or care assistant under you, and to report if there is any issue whatsoever to the nurse who is on duty. So these are the responsibility of both carer as well as the senior carer. Now, in order to just break it down, the hierarchy of every care home. What are the hierarchy? The hierarchy is that, number 1, the carer is lower than the senior carer, and it's also reflecting their salary. So as a carer, you report, or if anything happens, it is the responsibility of the senior carer to report it to the nurse. And as a nurse, so a nurse now in this regard have more position or more work than the senior carer. So it is now the responsibility of the nurse to report it to overall manager who is on duty that day. So in a nutshell, you see the hierarchy from carer to the manager. Everybody have the position they are to manage. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is that both carer to the manager work as a team. And this is what make the organization to progress. This is what keep the patient or the residents who are in the building whom you are taking care of to be able to enjoy their life and make sure that what they came to the care home for, they are getting it. So I hope one way or the other you've enjoyed this video. Please, what are you still waiting for? Do subscribe if you have not subscribed, and share, like the video. Believe me, may God bless you as you are doing so, but believe me, you will never regret. And at the end of the day, we will build something huge together on this platform. Please do subscribe once again. And until my next video, when I'll be seeing you again, I say one love.